As a photographer, you get a rare look inside the lives of your subjects. As a photographer for the royals, you get that rare look, except it also comes with a lot of flourish. Chris Jackson has been taking pictures of the Queen for 2 decades. He's traveled to more than 100 countries with members of the royal family and has created one of the most intimate and elegant collections of images ever captured of the monarchy. Joining me now is Getty Images royal photographer Chris Jackson. He's also the author of Modern Monarchy, the British royal family today. I was just looking at that photo of Prince Philip and Michelle Obama, and also the Queen and President Barack Obama. And just the interaction between Michelle Obama and Prince Philip I found so fascinating. I kept looking at it closer and wondered what they might have been talking about.
Well, that's a good question. I often wondered the same things, but they were clearly enjoying each other's company. And that moment I remember vividly because the door opened and it was a state visit for the Obamas at Buckingham Palace. The door opened and you literally have moments to capture those images. And, I suppose that's one of the unique things about photographing the royal family is, not having control over the situation quite a lot of the time, which I really enjoy because it means you have to be on your toes and try and ready to capture those moments.
From your watching, are there some politicians, some state heads, dignitaries that they clearly enjoy being with more than others?
Yeah, I think, everything's different for the royal family. They meet a vast amount of people around the world. I think what I love photographing the royals doing most of all is meeting the public, all around the world. They, of course, travel around the world on royal tours and, I've been lucky enough to go to many different countries with the royal family. And, a royal walkabout is probably the most enjoyable thing to photograph.
Why?
You get huge crowds of people eager to meet the royals, and it's just like the unknown, really, capturing what could happen. You don't know what to expect next, and everyone does it in a slightly different way. The Prince, well now the King, does it in a slightly different way. So everyone is different, and that's what makes it quite refreshing to photograph.
Because I think some people might say, after all this time photographing the same few people, would it get dull? Would you think, God, I've seen this face enough, I can move on to something else?
No, not at all, because they have totally different characters. Of course, the Queen was absolutely incredible to photograph. I think icon is probably an understatement when describing her, and it's always been a huge honour to photograph her. Quite unique, and of course, in the last year or so, we've seen her a lot less often. So every occasion was hugely exciting opportunity. And then we've got the Prince of Wales, who's now King Charles, who I photographed a huge amount to look forward to in the future, and he's great to photograph as well. Brings an amazing energy to everything he does, up to 8 engagements in a day, doesn't have lunch when he's on royal tour, and it's that kind of commitment and sense of duty, I think, that he's taken from the Queen and he will take forward to being king.
What's your favourite photo of the Queen?
Good question. Hard to choose. I was particularly fond of one where she won the Gold Cup at Royal Ascot. Her horse Estimate powered across the finishing line, and everyone knows how much horse racing means to the Queen. So to see her win this coveted trophy was one of my favourite moments, and it obviously made her so happy.
This one with her image in the reflection?
It's not. It was actually, I think it was a couple of years before where she won. This was a year afterwards, but also. Another fond one that I have is the Queen working on an official portrait of the Queen working on her iconic red box earlier this year. I think it really sums up her dedication to duty and the fact she was working to the very end. This is another favourite of mine, actually, knighting Captain Tom in the quadrangle of Windsor Castle. This amazing figure, he really captured the public's imagination in the UK. And so you had them both coming together, and I think that really kind of represented a lot about hope and that kind of difficult period of COVID.
What was it like over the 2 decades and watching them change, but also the world change?
Yeah, I think what is so special about photographing the royal family is you are documenting history. Things unfold in front of you. There are changes. People sadly pass away. Of course, we've seen some of those famous births, the Lindo wing, which is always very exciting to capture. And it's a constantly evolving story, and that's one of the most special things. And actually just looking at the amazing pictures of the Queen that we've seen in the last couple of days from some amazing photographers like Cecil Beaton and Lord Snowdon, it shows that your images you're taking today stand the test of time, and you might look at in 10 years' time, maybe even 100 years' time.
We only have a couple seconds left, but how are you doing right now?
Yeah, it's been a certainly surreal few days. Haven't really stopped. There's been a huge amount of stuff to photograph, so I'm just sort of cracking on. It's still busy, lots over the next few days. So it's important to document these moments. As I said, they form part of the fabric of British history. So